Hey everyone, welcome to my world. What a long day today. Crazy day. We decided to change it up at work a little bit and went for, sorry, I'm just in the sauna after work, getting rid of any COVID bugs. So we decided to take a hike today. So we headed to the trails, and for those of you that don't know, I work with an autistic man, and he likes to get outside, but only in certain amounts of time. So we decided to go hike by the river. So we did, and I told him when it was time to turn around, and he kept going. Anyways, the long and short of it is, it took an hour and a half to find him. So we had quite the day. Anyways, that's not what this is about. So I just did 3 Facebook Lives and I did TikToks all about the 3 W's. So I just want to do it all together here in one video. The 3 W's being why. So what is my why? What? And wow. So I'm going to start with why. So why did I decide to be a social marketer? Why did I decide to take on a side gig? I've always had a side gig going as long as I can remember. When I was in high school, I was sewing Cabbage Patch Kid clothes. That was the 80s. And I continued doing like craft shows, selling Avon, whatever, all the time just to have that side income. And I haven't for the last few years because I just haven't been settled enough. I've been single 5.5 years now, after a 17-year and a 15-year abusive narcissistic relationship. Yes, I fell for it twice. And the first relationship, I lost everything. I signed everything over to him in exchange for full custody of my kids. And he did it. So obviously, you know, where his mind was. And the second one was a bit of a fight, and we were in court for a few years. And I come away with enough to be debt-free, but not even a smidgen of what I put in, because I paid all the bills and did everything for him and come out with basically nothing in the end, because the debt was because of him. So yeah, I come out with nothing, but I come out with my mind. So it's just building up from there. So I've been debt-free for about just over a year, I guess. And living in Ontario, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to grow any savings or anything. And I was too stressed knowing that if I went into a store, I could run into him or his family or his neighbors or his fiance or whatever she is. And I just didn't even feel comfortable in my hometown anymore. So we decided to move to Alberta, we being my daughter and I. So we came a year ago, the beginning of July actually. We drove to Alberta and we were out here for over a week. And then we drove home. We made it a big adventure. On the way home, we wished we brought our cats with us and we would never go back again. Anyways, we drove home, packed up all of our stuff and our cats, and filled up our little SUV and headed back out, and left my sister and brother-in-law in charge of all of our belongings. And they were actually supposed to be picked up 3 days before we left. And then it ended up there was some mix-up, and my brother-in-law said to leave it to him. He would look after it all, and we even left a few extra things behind because he said he would personally look after them. Anyways, that's another story. Didn't turn out well. And we, you know, basically we're starting over. We did get some of our stuff, but what clothes we got was mildewy, moldy, and ruined, and half pieces of furniture. And it was a mess that I don't even want to think about right now. So anyways, here we are in Alberta. I have this job that I love with my buddy, and I've started this side gig 3 months ago, and I just want to build a bit of a nest egg, a down payment. I do have half my down payment for a house, I guess, but I'd like to buy a house in the next year, about a year from now. I'd like to be buying a new house, and I just need to build up a bit of a down payment, and I also need my income to be higher. So even though I'm making like double what I made in Ontario, it still isn't enough to qualify for the kind of house that I want and I think I deserve. I think I would like a nice house that I can live in forever, and I know what I want, and I think I'm just going to push through till I get what I want. And it's going to be in Alberta, of course. And I'm more or less, this side gig is giving me the extra funds to do what I want. Like last weekend, my son called and he said, "Hey Mom, do you want to go camping?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And in my life in Ontario, to go camping, I probably would have been planning for a month to, make sure that over time I had all the stuff that I need. I'm starting to get sweaty in here. And could afford to pay for the site, etc., etc. Anyways, we just said we would go. So my daughter and our puppy and I, we just loaded up the SUV with a tent and mattress pads and blankets and pillows, and away we went. And actually we got to the park, and this is another thing that's so good to have a side gig. We got to the place in the mountains, which was absolutely beautiful, and they had a cabin available. So we decided, instead of pitching a tent, let's just take the cabin, which was a real nice base for us all. And we had our campfire there, and it was super nice to have a washroom in the night. And, I'm old and everything. And we rented this cabin, which there's no way I would have afforded that before. So I really enjoy having the side gig for that. And that's kind of my why. Like, I have it so that I can afford the lifestyle that I want to have. I'm old now. See, gray hair. And I'm getting older. So I'm hoping that this will help me get set up for the life that I want, and I can enjoy it, and maybe it's something I take into retirement. Anyway, so I am now going to cover the what. So the what is, the company is called Modere, and it has 100% natural products. Its main seller, its main thing is the collagen. So BioCell is collagen products, and it's closest to the matrix of human collagen, even though it's not human collagen, obviously. And it's got 7 international patents, and it works wonderfully. Second day, I could feel the inflammation going down in my knees. I could feel my elbows and my shoulder feeling better. I could just feel all around much better. And it's also in the trim. So trim is part of the lean body system, or it can be used on its own. And it's a weight loss product. It's a lean body product. So I'm not losing weight on it yet. But also at the same time as I started it, I started on a type of insulin that typically has a person gaining 30 pounds in 6 months. So as long as I don't gain weight, then I'm happy. So that's kind of my aim. I should be off that insulin in the next couple of weeks, and then maybe I'll see some change. But I've definitely felt firming. I've definitely lost inches, and I've definitely gained energy, which I was lacking, because it's been a heck of a year. It's been quite the whirlwind. So it's been really nice to be able to use it for that. So along with that, it comes with a couple other products, and I'll go over all the products one at a time at another time. So that's the what. The what is Modere, and if you want to take advantage of a $10 off coupon, I will try to figure out how to link that down below. And the wow. The wow, I kind of said something about that already, but the wow is the products work. And the relief I feel from my arthritis. I've had arthritis since I was in my 20s, and I think it's been wonderful for it. It's also been wonderful for energy. It's been wonderful to trim me down. So it actually shrinks the fat cells and tones and trims the skin. The collagen is amazing. I really, really like it. I think I'll be addicted to it for the rest of my life. Also, my skin is great. It's really, really cleared up. I do still have a lot of age spots and stuff from, well, I worked out in the sun a lot, and I've always been a bit of a sun worshiper, not totally like immobile sun worshiper that you lay on a dock and stuff. I've never had time for that, but I've always been in the sun a lot. So I do have a lot of age spots from that sunspots, and I'm hoping that they eventually will go down. I think they will. I think they've lessened some, but it could also be that I'm tanning at the same time a little bit. So the products, they work. And my daughter has fibromyalgia, and even if she doesn't admit it, I see a big difference in her. I see her moving faster. I see her coming down the stairs in the morning without groaning as much, and it's done great things for her. Her energy's up. She's playing with plants. She's always doing something now, and before she was spending a lot of time in bed. So even if she doesn't quite admit it because she's a skeptic like her mother, then I see it happening, and I really like it. That's actually why we bought the sauna, was to help with fibromyalgia, and it's come really handy for COVID. It's our COVID decontamination station. So 20 minutes in the sauna kills anything that's growing or whatever. And I've only been here 12 minutes and I already feel like almost everything's out of my pores. Anyways, that's it. So I'm starting to get more comfortable making videos. So I hope I can keep it up and get my online presence built up and build this business up and be able to be a success at it. That's it for now. So peace out from Alberta. Bye.